Have you ever pondered why the angel Michael wasn't mentioned during Lucifer's rebellion? Prepare yourself for a revelation. Michael wasn't merely present. He was at the heart of the entire event. Imagine heaven as a realm of absolute tranquility and unity, where angels sing, light permeates every space, and God's love fills every corner. Yet, one day, everything changed. Lucifer, once God's most illustrious angel, desired more. He gazed upon God's throne and thought, "Why not me? I could ascend to be like God." This initial spark of pride ignited a massive rebellion that would shake the very foundations of heaven. You might be wondering, where was Michael amidst all this turmoil? Many believe he was simply observing from a distance, perhaps confused or uncertain about his next move. However, that's not the case. To grasp the full story, we first need to understand who the Archangel Michael was and why he played such a crucial role in Lucifer's rebellion. Michael wasn't an ordinary angel. He was an archangel, one of the highest-ranking beings in heaven. Think of him as a general in an army, but with wings and divine authority. Positioned close to God's throne, Michael served as a trusted guardian and leader among the angels. He was renowned for his strength, unwavering loyalty, and deep love for God. So, when Lucifer began to stir up trouble, Michael wasn't taken by surprise. He was right there, prepared to defend everything he held dear. He understood that this wouldn't be a straightforward battle. Lucifer was cunning and persuasive, managing to convince many angels to join his cause. Before delving deeper, let's explore who Michael was before the rebellion began. As an archangel, Michael was part of an elite group of angels closest to God. The Bible mentions Michael by name 5 times, highlighting his significance. His name, meaning who is like God, reflects his profound respect and love for the divine. Michael recognized that no one could ever match God, and he was content with that understanding. In heaven, Michael held a vital role as the leader of God's armies, overseeing all the angels tasked with protecting heaven. This was a significant responsibility, but Michael was more than capable. He was strong, brave, and completely devoted to God. Michael spent much of his time near God's throne, absorbing divine wisdom and adhering to God's commands. This close relationship with God would prove crucial when the rebellion erupted. Lucifer's transformation marked the beginning of turmoil in heaven. Once a beautiful and intelligent angel, Lucifer began to believe he was superior to his fellow angels and aspired to be like God. Eventually, Lucifer made a decisive choice. He no longer wished to serve God and wanted to take control himself. This decision sparked the rebellion. Lucifer didn't keep his dissent to himself. He actively recruited other angels, convincing them that they didn't need to follow God's rules. Sadly, many angels were swayed by his arguments. According to Revelation 12, verse 4, Lucifer succeeded in persuading 1/3 of all angels to join him, a substantial number. What about Michael? Was he caught off guard by Lucifer's actions? Not at all. Michael had been closely monitoring Lucifer, observing the changes as pride and disobedience took root in him. So, when the rebellion began, Michael was ready. He knew he had to protect God's honor and defend heaven from Lucifer's deceit. This was the moment Michael had been preparing for all along. As soon as the rebellion commenced, Michael took immediate action. He rallied the angels who remained loyal to God, understanding that this would be a challenging endeavor. Despite Lucifer having already convinced 1/3 of the angels to side with him, Michael was determined not to relent. He began by reminding the faithful angels of God's goodness and love, emphasizing the importance of loyalty. His words were powerful and filled with truth, inspiring many uncertain angels to find strength in their faith. Next, Michael organized heaven's defenses, utilizing his leadership skills to prepare for the impending battle. He assigned specific roles to different groups of angels, ensuring everyone knew their responsibilities. Some angels were tasked with protecting critical areas of heaven, while others were prepared to engage directly with Lucifer's forces. Michael's leadership during this crisis was exemplary. He remained calm and confident, even in the face of a dire situation, which instilled courage in the other angels. They trusted Michael because they saw his unwavering faith in God. This build-up led to the climactic event, the great battle in heaven. This wasn't an ordinary battle like those on Earth. It was a cosmic conflict with angels fighting against angels. On one side stood Lucifer, now often referred to as Satan, meaning adversary, accompanied by his rebellious angels. On the other side was Michael, leading the angels who remained loyal to God. Revelation 12 verses 7 to 8 describes this battle. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. Imagine the scene. Angels soaring through the sky, bursts of light as they clashed, and the powerful voices of the angels echoing through heaven. Michael was deeply involved in the fight, battling with all his might and skill. But more importantly, he fought with unwavering faith. He trusted that God was on his side, which gave him the courage to persevere. The battle was intense. Lucifer and his angels fought fiercely, employing all their cunning and power. However, Michael and the loyal angels were stronger because they drew their strength from God, something Lucifer no longer possessed. As the battle progressed, it became evident that Michael and his forces were gaining the upper hand. Step by step, Michael pushed Lucifer back, demonstrating that good ultimately triumphs over evil. This great battle underscores an important lesson. Good is more powerful than evil, and loyalty and faith can overcome pride and rebellion. Michael's strength and determination serve as an inspiring example for all of us. After a prolonged and arduous struggle, Michael and his angels emerged victorious. However, this victory wasn't solely due to Michael's prowess. The Bible explains that Michael was empowered by God, meaning that God granted him additional strength and power to defeat Lucifer. With this divine power, Michael was unstoppable. In the final confrontation, the two most powerful angels, once friends and now enemies, faced each other in heaven's greatest battle. Ultimately, Lucifer couldn't withstand Michael and God's combined power. He and his rebellious angels were expelled from heaven, as described in Revelation 12 verse 9. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Picture Lucifer, once the brightest angel, now plummeting from heaven like a shooting star, along with all his rebellious angels. It must have been a sorrowful and terrifying sight. However, this wasn't the end of the story. When Lucifer was cast down to earth, he became known as Satan, the enemy of God and humanity. This marks the beginning of our part of the story. The battle that started in heaven continues on earth as a spiritual war that impacts all of us. Michael's victory in heaven serves as a reminder that good will ultimately prevail over evil. It also emphasizes the importance of being strong and faithful, just as Michael was. Through this story, we've uncovered many lesser-known facts about Archangel Michael and his role in Lucifer's rebellion. But God's message for you is far more profound than what meets the eye. So, if you don't want to miss out on any of these intriguing videos, make sure to subscribe to us. Returning to Michael, his story isn't just an exciting narrative. It's filled with lessons we can apply to our own lives. Let's examine what we can learn from Michael's steadfast faith. Loyalty to beliefs. Michael demonstrates the importance of remaining loyal to our beliefs, even when faced with challenges. Even when his friend Lucifer turned against God, Michael stayed true to his faith. This teaches us to stand firm in our convictions, even when it's difficult. Trust in a higher power. Michael's story shows the power of trusting in something greater than ourselves. He didn't rely solely on his own strength. He trusted in God's power. This reminds us that when facing significant challenges, we can draw strength from our faith. Preparation and growth. Michael was prepared for the rebellion because he had spent time close to God, learning and growing stronger. This teaches us the importance of building our faith daily, not just when problems arise. Leadership and support. Michael's leadership during the crisis illustrates how to support others in tough times. He encouraged the other angels and organized them effectively, reminding us to be supportive of others and to use our skills to help during crises. Life can be challenging, but we can learn from those who remain strong when times were tough. Here's how. Speak up. Stand up for what you believe is right, even if others disagree. Sharing your views can be daunting, but it contributes to making the world a better place. Draw strength from faith. When you encounter problems, let your faith bolster you. Take a deep breath and reflect on your beliefs to find the strength to keep going. Continuous learning. Strive to learn something new every day. Whether through reading, conversing with wise individuals, or contemplating your beliefs, continuous learning helps you grow and understand life better. Help others. Look around and assist those in need. Whether it's a friend who is sad or a neighbor who needs help, Offering assistance not only benefits others, but also brings you fulfillment. By doing these things, we can all contribute to making our lives and the world a little better. These lessons from Michael's story relate to our everyday battles. While we might not be fighting rebellious angels, we all face challenges to our faith and values. By following Michael's example, we can remain strong and faithful in our own lives. But Michael's role didn't end with the great battle. Even after the rebellion, he continues to protect God's people. In the Bible, Michael appears during significant moments to aid God's followers. For instance, in the book of Daniel, Michael helps the prophet Daniel and protects the nation of Israel. Additionally, the Bible foretells that Michael will play a crucial role in future events. In the book of Revelation, it is stated that Michael will combat evil forces in the last days. This demonstrates that Michael's vigilance and protection are eternal. He is always ready to defend God's people and his plan. Michael's ongoing protection reminds us of an essential truth. The battle between good and evil that began in heaven continues today, not with swords and armies, but through the choices we make every day. Every time we choose to do what's right, be kind, or help others, we participate in this larger narrative. So, what can we learn from Michael's steadfastness? Stay ready. Always be prepared to remain strong in your faith and continue doing what is right, just as Michael never ceases to watch over God's people. Live according to beliefs. Strive to live in a way that reflects your beliefs. We often hear that God is omnipresent and all-knowing, which might lead us to question why he didn't prevent Lucifer from rebelling or why he allowed the rebellion to unfold as it did. These are profound questions about our faith, and answers to them are explored in this video. It contains great mysteries about Jesus. Click on the video and enjoy watching. By embracing the lessons from Michael's unwavering faith and loyalty, we can navigate our own lives with greater strength and purpose, contributing positively to the world around us.